UPS man came about an hour ago, and he brought me these guys, which are the new Kat Von D palettes that just came out at Sephora online. I was just at a Sephora, or my more local JCPenney Sephora, that carries the Kat Von D line yesterday, and they didn't have these. So the only place that I know that they're available right now is Sephora online. I'm sure some of the bigger Sephora stores, like actual stores, will probably already have them. But I picked up both of these, which Kat Von D is one of my favorite makeup brands. The packaging, the fact that I really enjoy tattoos personally, and her artistry is just amazing, which does play a part in my love for the brand. So there's two new palettes, and one is called the Monarch Eyeshadow Palette, and the other is the Chrysalis Eyeshadow. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Chrysalis Eyeshadow Palette. One is a more neutral palette, and the other is a brighter purple pink blue palette. So these are the boxes. They mirror the actual packaging as well. And the first thing that I noticed about these palettes was that they were a lot bigger when I got them in my hands as to what I thought they were going to be like. Like, I thought they were going to be around the same size as her other palettes that come in the plastic packaging or the older packaging, but they're not. They're way bigger. So for comparison purposes, this is the Monarch Eyeshadow Palette, which is the one that I have on my face and I did do the demo with, because Instagram people wanted this one. People wanted both, but I even contemplated doing one on each eye, but I'm like, that would probably be ridiculous, and then the video will probably be a half hour long. So I went with majority rules on Instagram, I guess, and chose this one. But this is the size of the new palettes. Here is the ones that come in the plastic packaging. I'm just showing you size-wise. So fairly significantly larger. And then the older Kat Von D palettes that look like this are this size right here. So the first thing that I noticed when Kat Von D Instagrammed a picture herself of these palettes was that they were going to be in cardboard packaging, kind of like the Esperanza palette. And the price went up on these as well. Now that I have them in my hand, I understand why the price went up, because they are larger. They do have more product and more shades in them, but the packaging is cardboard. Granted, it is a sturdy, heavy-duty cardboard, and it's magnetized. It's really nice for cardboard packaging, I will say that, but I do miss her hard case packaging. I really love this packaging. So they're fairly large palettes. On the back of the palette, but let's take a moment. Take a moment to see this here. I didn't initially intend on doing a look that kind of turned out with these coloring, but it kind of just ended up that way, I guess. But look at this. Visually, absolutely visually stunning. And I know this could have been printed on plastic too, like other companies, you know, they've done that, but I'm going to appreciate the cardboard. I'm still super excited about these because it is, at least it's a high quality cardboard. So the shades are printed on the back of the palette. I would rather them been printed on the inside of the palette, but that's fine, I guess. I mean, the only purposes that I even use the name as much for is to compare to older palettes, or for you guys, I guess, even though half the time I forget to name the shadow that I'm using anyway. But anyway, they are printed on the back. So reading the names, I didn't recognize any of the names in comparison to her older palettes. Totally feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I do have a lot of palettes, and I was like, that's going to take me forever to look through them all, but none of them are really ringing a bell, so I want to say that they're all new shades. So let's go on with this Monarch palette here. This is what the inside looks like. There are 12 eyeshadows in here, and I really love the fact that the base or the lighter shades, they're intended to be used kind of as an all-over wash. Granted, you can use them as a shadow or however you feel, you know, fit to use one, but I always hit pan a lot on the lighter shade first. Like, let's see here. Yeah, so there's a large dip in the white on this palette. Like, the lighter shades is what go down the fastest. So I really enjoy that she did a large, like, base or lighter shade, so you can, you know, use those and then coordinate them, however, with the shades down below. So I'm going to zoom into the palette and read off the shades and swatch them for you guys. So here's a close-up of the palette. The Etymology shade is a matte shade, and then Tiny Death over here is one of those shades that it's got a matte base, but it has those tiny micro shimmers shot through it. And then this shade right here, which would be called Vanish, is also a matte. And then the dark brown shade, which is called Shadow Box, is a matte, and the black Deadhead is a matte. Otherwise, everything else has shimmer in them. The one shade that has the chunkier glitter in it is this one, which I did experience just a teeny tiny bit of fallout from past experience with Kat Von D's shades with glitter in it. This one performed a lot nicer than those ones, because I remember my face being littered with glitter with some of her older palettes, like the black ones with glitter in it and stuff like that. So I was impressed with that one. And then this one kind of has a matte base as well, but it does have some teeny tiny sparkles in it. Not like shimmer though. So other than that, everything has got some shimmer to it. I'll swatch these top ones for you. I'm just in love with these, man. So there are the top 3 shades. Like, you can even see those. As light as I am, you can even see those. Like, that's how pigmented they are. They're great. Then we'll do these 3. So this one is Wrath, Papilio, and Summerfly is the gold one. Just stunners. The next 3. Oh, this is buttery. This is the first time I swatched this one here. They look like that. It would be Healing Jar, Delaney, and Vanish. And then here are the last 3 shades. Crazy, right? Disintegration, Shadowbox, and Deadhead. Now I'll show you guys what the Chrysalis eyeshadow palette looks like. I just noticed too that Monarch and Chrysalis aren't printed on the actual palette. They are only printed on the box right here. So the names of the actual palettes, whoops, bumped my camera, aren't actually printed on the palette. So the same things apply with the packaging and all that as the other one. And I'll show you what they look like inside. I should tell you guys how much product is in here, right? There are 3 shadows at 0.095 ounces, which are the large ones, which are almost 0.1 ounce, which is a fairly significant amount of product. And then the other 9 shadows are 0.049 ounces a piece, so almost 0.05 ounces, which is about the size of an Urban Decay single eyeshadow. So that's how much product is in each one. I haven't even swatched this one yet. Based off of the feel and performance of the Monarch palette, I've got massive high hopes. I'm sure it's the same exact type of quality, but I'm going to go ahead and zoom in and swatch this for you guys. So here's a close-up. Lifelike right here is a matte shade. And then the middle shade, which is called Lunar Lights, is a shimmer. And Lucid is also one of those ones that has a matte, kind of more of a matte base to it. It's kind of like a satin matte with little shimmers in it. And then for mattes on the bottom here, there are 3. This one right here called Glass Wing. This one right here, which is called Black Milk. And this one right here, which is called Tournay. It kind of appears like a black, but it looks like a really deep navy blue shade. So let's go ahead and swatch these. Oh, same buttery feel as the other one. So there are the top 3 shades. I'm just above and beyond impressed with these. We'll do these 3. Which is called Hybrid Moments, Mezzanine, and Transition. We'll do these ones. They're so soft, you guys. Right there. Oh, get away from there. And those ones are called Glass Wing, Melancholia, and Black Milk. And then the last 3. Right there. I'll put them right here. My skin is so dry too, and these are just swatching out amazing. You have Graphic Nature, Entombed, and Tournay. And then one more look at the palette for you guys. So let's appreciate this artwork. It is so beautiful. So beautiful. There's a shot of those. Show you guys a shot of this one here too. Look at that. So pretty. These swatched out beautifully. That was the first time I even touched this Chrysalis one, and beautiful. I want to say that this here, out of all of my Kat Von D palettes, which, like I said, I do have them all, these feel like the nicest quality to me. When I was blending out the eye look, I noticed that a few of the shades, like, you know how you go in with like a transition shade to like blend out another shade? These are so pigmented, and I did pick up too much product because I didn't, you know, I knew that they were going to be nice because I have that experience with her past products, but I didn't expect them to be that intense. And they actually, like when I picked up the blending shade, it actually completely covered up the shade I was trying to blend out. So I had to go back in and put some more of the, like the crease shade in, because the shade I tried to blend it out with like totally covered it up, which is something that I experienced when I was trying out my Makeup Geek shadows. I had that same experience where I would go to blend out like your crease shade or something like that, and the shade that I used to blend it out actually covered up the entire crease shade. So just a tiny bit of product. You guys will see that in the demo. But from my experience with this Monarch palette, amazing. This here too swatched out beautifully. They are the nicest shadows I have run into throughout the entire Kat Von D line. I feel like they are getting better and better and better, and the fallout was very minimal. The Chrysalis palette actually doesn't have any of those shades with the glitter in it, and the one in here is this gold shade, which I have on my lid, that has the glitter out of the Monarch palette. So, and there is a nice array of mattes, I feel like, and I really like that they're the bigger shades. There's more product of the shades that you're going to tend to use a lot. So that means, I mean, your palette's going to last a long time, because I did hit pan on the lightest shades in my other palettes the fastest. And it does kind of look like there's a little bit of coordination going on, like as far as a quad is concerned, like those 4 shades would go together, and these 4 shades and those 4 shades. Granted, you can use it however you see fit. So based off the performance of the Monarch palette, I highly recommend it. This one swatched out the same as this one, so I'm sure this one will perform the same as this one. Love them. Packaging can't get any more beautiful. Like, can they? I don't think they can. I love them. So if you're interested in the look that's on my face right now, you can hang tight and we will get into it right now. I'm on a makeup high like no other right now. The UPS man, he just came. I've been going around without any eye makeup all day long in anticipation for this order to arrive. So the Monarch palette is winning on Instagram, so I'm going to go ahead and do a demo look for you guys with that palette. And I'm going to start off with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye lid lines to prime my lids for this one. Since it did warm up, I don't want my other primer melting off, but I'm just going to go ahead and prime them. So here is the palette. My first inclination was to go with some more of these cooler tones, but I bet you guys are probably more interested in like these colors. Well, at least I am out of this palette. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up this shade right here. It is called Etymology on a Chikuhodo brush. I'm just going to use the side of that brush. No, let's not do that. Let's take this gold color right here, and it is called Summerfly. Yeah, let's pick up Summerfly right there on the side of that brush and pack this on the lid. And this one's got some glitter in it. I'll tap it off. Oh, I'm still just on a major makeup high right now. Oh, that is so beautiful. A little bit of chunky glitter kicking up in there, but anyway, now with the same brush, I'm going to pick up the Etymology shade. Yeah, on the bigger side of the brush here. Just pick up some of that. Tap it off, and I'm going to go underneath the brow with this. Now on a Goss number 5 brush, I'm going to pick up a little bit of this black just on the tip of that. It is the shade Deadhead, and it is just a matte black. I'm going to put just a little bit of this right into the crease, the outer part of the crease. Just right there. Now on a Goss number 6 brush, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this shade right here, which is called Papilio. And just on the tip of that, I'm going to pick up a bunch of this and tap off the excess. And I'm going to go right over the black with this. Pick up a little bit more. Give it a blend and just blend out that black. That shade was so opaque that it actually covered up the black entirely. So I'm going to go back in with the little 5 brush and give that a little bit more of a blend so the black pops out a bit more. Which, that is a pigmented eyeshadow. Normally, or at least lately with some of the shadows that I've been working with, they haven't been so pigmented that they completely cover up a shade. But anyway, I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that black so that it comes out a little bit more. And go back into the crease with it. And then lightly with, let's use a Goss number 4 brush. I'm just going to blend this just a little bit, like that. Now on a Goss number 8 brush, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this Papilio shade here and shape the outer corner. That was pretty effortless. Oh, I'm like in pure joy right now. Blend this a little bit before I go in with that orange shade. Now I'm going to use a Goss number 6 brush, and I'm going to pick up the fun shade here, which is called Wrath, and try to mimic something like that, I guess. That's how it's kind of turning out. I'm going to pick that up on the tip of that number 6 brush. It's like a burnt orange with some little bit of gold micro shimmers in it. Tap off the brush, and then I'm going to go right at the where we put down that, oh, that is intense. I'm going to blend out this line here with a fairly light hand, because that is a really pigmented shade. Now lightly go up to the base of the brow here. Right there. And now with a, what brush is this here? A number 4 brush, a Goss number 4. I'm not going to pick up any product, but I'm just going to really give this a blend now. That was really, these shades are stunning. I love. I really love it. Okay. And then I think I'm going to use the same fluffy brush. Yeah, let's use this 4 brush, and just on the tip of that, no. Let's use an even fluffier brush, a number 3 brush. And on the tip of that, pick up a little bit of this Wrath shade and lightly go over this part here. I want it to fade out into that yellow there. These shades are so pigmented that going into another shade and trying to blend out another one, they're literally actually covering up the shade almost. I'm going to go back in with the number 6 brush and pick up a tiny bit more of this Papilio shade here on the tip of that and go into the crease there. These, oh gosh. I really like what I'm experiencing right now. I think let's do a little bit more orange, because like, why not, right? Same number 3, the fluffy brush from Goss. I'm gonna drop these. Pick up that burnt shade there again and try to lightly dust this over here. Like very, like my brush is barely touching my eye here. So I feel like we're almost there. I'm going to pick up just a tiny bit more of the black with the number 5 brush on the tip there and go right into that crease again. And blend it upwards a bit. Oh, beautiful shades. So there is the eyeshadow done. I'm really liking it. For fallout, I didn't have that very much, just a tiny bit when I packed the lid shade right over here. There was a little bit of the glitter specks right here, which I could just brushed off fairly easily. Other than that, the fallout was like hardly nothing there, which is awesome because I've experienced a lot of fallout with Kat Von D's glitter shades in the past. So pretty impressed. So I'm going to finish up my eye makeup and I will be right back. So there are the eyes done. Everything that's on my entire face will be listed in the description box down below. For lips, I chose this Lancome lip liner and it is in the shade Coral. I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips with this. And the lipstick that I chose is the Kat Von D Coral Castle lipstick. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill my lips in with this. So there is the overall finished look. I hope that gave you guys an idea of how the eyeshadow palette performed upon first application. It is a first impressions, you know. Personally, I'm pretty impressed. So I hope that you found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.